This is The Professional Stepdad, a place where we share stories, strategies, and ideas for men just like you to help answer that one important question: how can I be a better stepdad? Welcome back to The Professional Stepdad Show. My name is Franco Zavala. This is episode 45. It's been an amazing couple weeks with family and friends, and Halloween was fun. Getting ready to go into Thanksgiving, and we got the election tomorrow. So a lot of these episodes this month are going to be kind of just straight to the point and short, because I want to make sure that I'm providing the best value that I can to all the stepdads out there. So one, if you have not yet, please make sure that you like and subscribe to the YouTube show. The bigger the platform gets, obviously, the more lives that we can affect, the more leaders that we can find, discover, So anyway, so what I wanted to talk about was the connection that you have with you and your partner, and the importance behind having each other's back no matter what. So throughout the relationship and throughout your journey, you're going to find that there are going to be times and opportunities to support one another. Whether it's the start of a new business, whether if it's going into business together, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a passion, a dream. But it is important that when and if that time comes, that you are both on the same page when it comes to how you're going to balance life. And that's the tricky part, right? Because balancing the family, balancing the commitments that you have with school and extracurricular activities, and then the things that you want to be doing and the date nights, balancing is going to be huge. So I'm bringing this up because in every relationship, especially one with a blended family, with a stepdad, with a stepmom, with maybe you're still dating, but within these parameters comes a level of understanding and commitment that you must have with your partner in order for both of you to continue to grow as a couple, to continue to grow as individuals, and then to continue to grow, obviously, as a family. So when you are looking into, or maybe you're going through that scenario right now, but when you are looking into traveling down this road, remember, if you have not done the necessary work on yourself, if you have not done the necessary work together, committing to the time, the energy and effort that it's going to take in order to one or both of you to fulfill your, whether it's a lifelong dream, whether it's a new job, you name it. If you have not done the work, it's going to be extremely difficult, and it's going to end with resentment. It's going to end with jealousy, hate, anger, and you're going to end up taking it out on people that you don't want to take it out on. So I'm saying that because for me, in my specific scenario, a few years ago, my wife wanted to become a fitness competitor, right? She's 38 at the time, turning 39, and she's like, honey, I really want to attempt to become a fitness bikini competitor. And I'm like, what? Really? I mean, babe, we had a daughter of ours that was going into senior year, kids in dance and basketball, and me, whether it's, getting ready to launch the show or doing, a couple of the acting jobs that I was doing, it seemed like the most inopportune time for her to say that to me. But the good news is that we had done all the necessary work up until that point. So it wasn't my job to talk her out of it. My job was to communicate with her how I felt about it, how I felt about the time commitment it would take, the amount of time it would take to just get to a specific point where she can call herself or feel like satisfied with her journey. I knew it was going to be a long road, but doing the work that we did together and doing the work on myself, I knew that I could handle it. I knew that we could handle it. And I knew that the best way to handle it as a family would be to obviously openly communicate with our children about what was about to take place. Because up until that point, they had full access to mom. Mom was always there. Mom always answered the questions. Mom always helped with the homework. Mom always, it was always, don't get me wrong, I was here too. But for some reason, all the kids, it's always mom, mom, mom. So, and that has to be for every family. So you are going to have, at one point in your relationship, at some time along your way, there is going to be a time where one or each of you want to do something that you're passionate about, or that you love, or that you dream, or that you wish you could have done when you were younger. And now that you're a little bit older, you want to do it before it's too late, whatever it is. Just know that not doing the necessary work as a couple, as a partnership, as teamwork, building that trust and communication with one another, if you have not done that work, beginning this journey of chasing your passion is going to be extremely difficult. I mean, it's already going to be extremely difficult. For my wife, it was already. I mean, she's behind the curve. She had never done it before. She started at 38, where most of these competitors start in their 20s and teens. So it's important to remember that you believing that they can do it, or them believing that you can do it, and having full faith in your ability to not only execute your idea, but to also be present in the family when you are there, is big. And that is really what this episode today is about. It's about the importance of, because communication, obviously, right? But any couple can say that they've worked on communication and they understand. I mean, everybody knows that, right? If you're in a relationship, you already know communication is a huge thing. But there is so much more that goes into it, because you have to think about balance, and time commitment, and the down times when when it's not going well, the up times when it's going great, but then the other person's life isn't going so well. So for me, like when my wife was competing, and I was here kind of filling the role and doing the things necessary in order for her to follow her dream, it did get overwhelming. It did get frustrating, because I wasn't able to fully take my commitment to what I wanted to do, because we made the decision as a couple that we would kind of go all in on her, just seeing how good she could be. And I'm glad that we did, because guys, my wife just recently, not only did she get her pro card, but she just recently won a pro show after coming in dead last for like 3 or 4 times. So it's kind of like we hit this milestone for her, which is an accomplishment, something that she dreamed of. But allowing her to feel that sense of accomplishment as a husband was very big for me. And if I held on to jealousy or anger or resentment along the way, does that mean I didn't have it? No, of course I had it. Everybody's going to have it, right? Because they're going to be accomplishing something and you're going to be feeling like you're falling short, and you're going to want to point fingers and blame. But when it's all said and done, because you did the work in the beginning, you're able to address the issues that you're having within your own personal mind, or address the issues that you could be having in your relationship or with the kids, and not only talk it through, but execute a game plan in order to make sure that the boat stays afloat, that the balance stays there. So how is your balance in the relationship? Like, how is that balance? Do you equally balance each other out, or do you find that one or both of you are doing something more than the other, or you're doing something less? Whether it's the nightly duties of helping put the kids to sleep, to making sure that the kitchen's cleaned up before everybody goes to bed, to the morning duties for before school and driving. I mean, think about it, all the balance that goes into it, plus the stuff that you have to do, or that you're going to want to do on your end. And it's important to look at your relationship and really analyze it, like break it down. If you can, if you have not done this yet, like take the time to get a piece of paper and a pencil and write down not only the things that you want to accomplish within your life, because you can absolutely accomplish anything you want to accomplish, especially if you have that partner who has got your back no matter what, especially if you've got that family that is just so excited for you. You can accomplish anything. My wife is a proven, exhibit A. But take the time to write down, like, not only what you want to do, but how you can accomplish it, not how you can't accomplish it. How can you do it? What would need to be done? How can you balance the relationship? How can you balance the family? How can you balance the time commitment it will take? Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take balance. And if you're great at balancing, because the communication's there, the work has been done, then you will execute successfully. Does that mean you're going to win big at the end of whatever idea that you have? No, that's not what that means at all. That's not guaranteeing success, but that is guaranteeing that the road won't be as rocky, that the journey won't be so lonely. That's what it guarantees. Balance guarantees a journey filled with admiration, love, support, not littered with jealousy, anger, and resentment. So if you have not taken the time, take a piece of paper out, right? Like for me, I always have my notebooks and stuff with me. But if you can, guys, please take a piece of paper out and write down the things you want to accomplish and then how you can do it, and then go. Like, just take step one is writing it down. That's setting a goal. And if you haven't taught your children how to do this yet because you don't know how to do it, then I highly recommend you learn. I highly recommend it, right? Because you want to have something to shoot for. For my wife, it was to become a pro and to win a pro show. And she has successfully accomplished that mission. Does that mean she's made it, she's going to quit? No. I mean, so much cool stuff that's happened to her along the way, including becoming a coach and helping others, hit their goals with weight and the way they look. She's just so outward focused. It's amazing. But remember, it's not all puppy dogs and ice cream. It's going to take time, energy. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take understanding balance. But I can tell you from personal experience, try not to have too much, try not to get jealous of their success. And if you're the one doing what you want to do and you're finding yourself with success, make sure that you include them in the success. Meaning, it's the words of affirmation that you could give them. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this, or thank you so much for having my back, or thank you so much for the things you do with your kids. My wife does this all the time. She leaves me notes everywhere just with full gratitude, because she knows how hard it is with her traveling, with her, competing, and me wanting to still build my business and take care of the kids. It's tough, but we've worked on that balance. And it's crazy. Those little words of affirmation, even though that's not my love language. Wait, hold on. Yes, it is. Words of affirmation is my love language. That's why it works so well. Wow. For some reason, I thought that quality time was my love language, and I just realized it's words of affirmation. I mean, it's crazy how that happens. But she would leave me these notes, and man, it's like putting gas in the tank when it's on empty, and it just keeps me going. So, guys, take your partners, sit down, write down everything that you want to accomplish, and then go after it and see what happens. But remember, if you're not doing all the things that I've said to do in the beginning, working on yourself, then working on each other, then focusing on the family and the kids, if you haven't done it in that order, if you're not really putting in the time and effort every day, then it's going to be a harder journey than it needs to be. It's already going to be hard enough. Don't make it any worse. So work on that balance, that family balance. Do you have the balance within your relationship? Let's look at it like this. Is your communication good enough to where you can talk to one another, decide on a new path and journey that you want to take, and that the balance can maintain throughout the journey to the point where the boat won't sink? Are you confident enough to say you have it? I am. I'm confident enough. But are you confident enough to say that you are there? And if you're not, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Now you're aware of it. Go work on it. So it's No Shave November. So that's why you see this stash on me. Man, this thing is thick. My kids said that I look like a plumber, whatever that means. Maybe like Mario. Maybe that's what they meant. My wife said Freddie Mercury. I don't know. But I just want to tell all you stepdads out there that you guys are killing it. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. If you haven't been told that every single day of this year so far, you are so valued. You are so needed. You are so wanted. And you're worth everything. You're worth it all. You are absolutely 100% worth it all. Just keep going, guys. Just keep going. Know that it's going to be a tough road, but know that you got it. You got this. You got it. Moms, kids, anybody that just remember those, even if their love language is not words of affirmation, give them a little note how much you appreciate them, even if it's something small. Like, I appreciate you. It's big. It goes a long way. Trust me, I know. Anyway, episode 45 of the Professional Stepdad Show. Franco Zavala. Again, if you have not, please subscribe, share, like, all that other fun jazz. And I will catch you guys later.